How's it going, guys? Hopefully you guys are all doing well, and hopefully you've stocked up on your snacks, because today is another story time. So get your snacks ready, get your game open, get your earphones in, and let's sit down to another story time. As always, guys, if you do enjoy the story, make sure you drop a like and subscribe. Helps me get recommended, helps me grow, and definitely makes my day. So anyway, today's story is going to be about a time that I was playing RuneScape when I was living by myself, not long after I'd moved out, actually. I did live with a flatmate, but they weren't there at the time. And we're going to be talking about a time while I was playing RuneScape with friends over Skype and everything, someone broke into my flat. Now, this is a pretty creepy story for myself, and going over it is probably going to be a bit like, oh shit, yeah, that happened as well. So if I do remember something as we are going along, then do excuse me if I sort of jump off in a different direction. Anyway, guys, let's get started. So this story does take place back when I was in New Zealand. I was actually 16 once I moved out of home, studying IT. That didn't go anywhere, let me tell you that. Anyway, so I was studying IT, I moved out, and I was living in a flat with my roommate. However, for this video, I don't actually need to give him a name because he's not actually there. He wasn't there when this happened, and that was just my luck. So basically, at this point, I used to play RuneScape and a hell of a lot of Dota 2, but when my friends weren't playing Dota 2, I'd jump on RuneScape and I'd play there, grind out some levels and stuff, try and get some gold, all that good stuff. Now, just to give you guys a bit of a picture of how this flat was laid out, it was a 2-bedroom flat with a living room, a kitchen, and then just a hallway into another doorway. Now, basically, the front door would come into the hallway, you'd turn left down the hallway. On the left, there was 2 doors, and this was the first bedroom and the second bedroom. Straight ahead, after these 2 bedrooms, was the bathroom. The next door on the right, if you were coming your way back down the hallway, was going to be the living room. This is where I was sat playing RuneScape at the time. And then after that was a kitchen, so a doorway leading out, and then there was a back door going out of that. So it was quite little, but for someone who's just moved out of home and studying, it was a perfect flat. For any of you guys who haven't actually been looking at the screen, if you have a quick look, I have put up a quickly paint-drawn floor plan of the flat on there for you to be able to vision it a little bit better. So I'm on RuneScape with my friends, and it is a Saturday night, and people are out clubbing and stuff, but that wasn't me. I was literally at home playing RuneScape like a bit of a geek, but that's fine. Anyway, so we were there doing Nex, and we were absolutely terrible at Nex. It literally took like 4 of us all running around trying to kill it, and we were just really, really bad at it. But either way, we were there trying to get these drops, trying to make that money, and, you know, just trying to level up our accounts and be as good as we could. So we thought we were pretty damn awesome. Anyway, we were there doing Nex, and I heard something moving around outside. Now, like I said, it was a Saturday night, people were out clubbing, it was really busy. I didn't live anywhere like in the middle of nowhere, so I wasn't too worried about it straight away. However, then I heard it quite a bit, and I was like, what's going on? So I jumped up, went and checked by my window and couldn't see anything, so, you know, just got over it and went back to killing Nex. Now, I am quite a paranoid person when it comes to locking doors, making sure everything's shut, especially at night. Now, normally, if I come through the door, I turn around and I lock it. Now, there's no reason why, up until this point, why I did this. It was just sort of a thing that I got into the habit of doing. It's not like anyone had ever broken into my house before, or anything had been stolen or anything like that before, but maybe that's because I always made sure that doors were locked. One last thing that I probably should mention to you guys about this flat is I was sat in the living room, we had 2 computer desks in there, and like I say, I was sat by myself as no one else was home. But on the door to the living room, there was the privacy glass, you know, the ones where it's like all bubbly and wavy so you can't clearly see through it. It's just there for the light to come in. Well, we had one of those doors with that glass in it between our hallway and the living room. So that door was shut, and that's what sort of window it had on it. Okay, so I'm sat there, just chilling out after checking outside, looking through the window, making sure nobody's sneaking around my house or anything suspicious is going on. Gone back to Nex, just there, killing away, getting a couple of kills here and there, going back to the bank. You know how it is when you're absolutely terrible at Nex and you've got a group of people who all teleport out as soon as they nearly die. Yeah, that was us. Now, I am, like I say, on Skype with my friends, and I think I see something out of the corner of my eye through the living room window on the door, and obviously, I just sort of write this off as, nah, no way. So I thought that I saw something like move past it, but I'm sat facing towards it. You'd think that I'd notice if something was there. I know that my flatmate isn't there. I know that I'm the only person there, and I'm not the sort of person to think about ghosts or that sort of stuff really is the first thing to come to. So I just write this off to me being a bit paranoid from hearing something outside before, and I just get back to my game, get back into it, head back to Nex, and we start off another kill. Now, I shit you not, The second we get into that room, I literally throw my mic down on the floor because I have just seen through that glass someone walk straight past it. And I'm not meaning like someone quickly disappeared like you see in horror movies and stuff. Like someone literally had just walked from probably my bedroom or the bathroom past the living room door towards the hallway. Now, I obviously panicked and just went, shit guys, back in a second, threw my headset down and went and checked down the hallway, opened the door, and guess what I found? You know, it's probably just your flatmate. He's probably come home early and he didn't tell you. He's just been walking, gone to the toilet or something. Or, you know, maybe it's one of your family members that have a key, or I don't know. Maybe it's some guy stood at your front door with it wide open and he's just staring there, looking straight out of it, and you sort of panic and think, what the hell is going on? Yep, it's the last one. Someone was stood at my front door, they'd opened it wide open, and they were literally stood there just staring outside into the pitch black. Now, I forgot to mention, this was around about 2 o'clock in the morning at this point, and someone was literally stood in my hallway, in my flat, when I was by myself, literally door wide open, just staring outside. Now, my initial thought was, who are they waiting for? Why is the door open? What are they doing? What drugs are they on? Oh no. So, as you can imagine, I'm probably sure you would have thought that I would just go, who are you? Why are you here? And that's exactly what I did. I literally just said to him, dude, why are you in my flat? Who are you? And like I said, people were out clubbing. This guy was pissed off of his head. Now, he was probably around about 22, early 20s, I'd say. And he was literally just stood there. And the second I asked what he was doing, he literally turned around and I could tell straight away that this guy was so drunk and completely smashed out of his mind. Now, like I said, guys, I was 16, maybe 17 at this point, and I was living by myself. This 20-odd-year-old could definitely not be worried about me whatsoever. I was little, I was skinny and scrawny at this point. Like, I literally wouldn't have been able to stand my own against this guy. If he decided that he wasn't going to be a nice person, or if he was there to rob me or steal anything from me or do anything that he would definitely please don't be doing. And so I was panicking, thinking, what do I do? My heart rate has probably jumped through the roof, and as you can imagine, someone's in your flat. You're by yourself, someone's in your flat, you're only 16 or 17, you are going to shit yourself. So like I said, I was like, dude, what are you doing? Why are you in my flat? And he turned around and said, wait, who are you? Why, what? What are you doing? My friend just told me that this was his house. And I was like, no, this is my flat, dude. What are you doing? You need to leave. You can't be in here. How did you even get in here? And he was literally just like, no, it's okay. Don't worry, they're all coming now. They're all coming in. It's fine. Trust me. And I was like, no, dude, it's not fine. It's definitely not fine. What do you mean it's fine? Who are they? Why? Who's all coming? No one's coming. Don't be anyone coming. So I'm trying to find out who this guy is. And most importantly, I'm trying to convince him to get the hell out because I don't want this guy in the house. He's just told me all of his friends are coming or somebody's coming. And I'm panicking and thinking, no, it's time. You need to leave, dude. And so I said to him, no, trust me. You're in the wrong house. I'm not even sure how you got in. This is my flat. Only me and one other person lives here. And he's not here at the moment. It's just myself. So I probably shouldn't have told him that. Thinking about it, I probably shouldn't have told him that it was just me by myself. I should have told him there was like 20 guys in the other room. Oh, the things that I was just stupid at that age. Anyway, I'm trying to get him out of the flat, and his explanation to me was, no, my friends just told me to come around the back and unlock for them because they'd lost the key. He told me it's his flat and that I could stay here for the night. And I was like, no, what's your friend called? And he definitely didn't give me my flatmate's name. And I was like, I think they might have been winding you up. Are they even there? They're not here yet. Surely they were winding you up and they made you come and break into this flat. And it's not even their house. Like, they've probably ditched you. They've probably just taken the piss. Now, at this point, my friends on RuneScape had been confused as to why I'd just disappeared. Obviously, they were on Skype with me and they heard me go, oh shit. Now, when I threw my headset down, the microphone had muted because it was on the side of the headset, and once it lifted up, then it muted itself. So I'd thrown it down and it had pushed it up and muted the microphone. Unfortunately, it probably would have been good if it had not muted and they could hear everything I was saying, but they couldn't. So my phone was going mad in my pocket. Like, it was literally just going off the hook, and I had to keep declining it. Obviously, I wanted to answer it and be like, no, dude, there's someone in my house, but I didn't want to sort of freak this guy out. It seemed like he was probably going to be leaving, so I didn't want to be doing anything. And obviously, they're going to be there watching me on RuneScape thinking, he's just died in next because he stood there AFK. And he threw his headset down and shouted shit. We've not heard from him since. He was not answering his phone. What the hell's going on? So they kept ringing me and texting me. And by the end of it, I did actually manage to tell these guys that I was fine and everything was all good. I jumped back on Skype, the call was still going, I was still in it, and they were like, what the hell? But anyway, basically what happened was this guy had been told by his friends to come in and let them in. He had come around the back door somehow and got through. I was 100% certain this door was locked. Now, when I checked afterwards, this door was locked. No windows was open. And he said he got in through that door. So maybe I'd left it unlocked and for some strange reason, he had come in and locked it behind him. Possibly. But I just, even to this day, I don't understand how he got in. Anyway, eventually, this guy agreed to leave. But under the circumstances that I gave him one of my t-shirts because it was cold outside and he only had a t-shirt on and some jeans on. And he wanted a t-shirt to keep him warm or a jacket or anything. But obviously I wasn't going to give this guy like one of my jackets or a hoodie or anything. So I just threw him one of my cheap, scratchy little t-shirts just to get him out of the house. Now he literally was like, dude, you need to give me something to keep me warm then. If you're going to kick me out, then you need to give me something to keep me warm. And I was like, dude, you're in my house. You can't be here. Like, I can't just give you stuff to get you to leave. But I did. I gave him a t-shirt, he left, I locked the door, went back to Skype, told my friends I was okay, and I'm not even kidding, that was probably the longest time I've ever sat all night long and played RuneScape in one go when it wasn't double experience weekend, because as I'm sure you can imagine, I was not sleeping. And just to be very specific on how the next night went, we actually got quite a few drops, because we were there all night long. So that's pretty much my story of when someone broke into my house when I was playing RuneScape. Like I say, it was quite a creepy experience at the time. Thinking about it now, and when I'm talking about it, it seems a little bit funny about the fact that someone came in that was just stood there talking about the friends coming. I'm panicking and shitting myself, and then he ends up leaving with one of my t-shirts because it's cold outside and I'm being horrible for kicking him out of my flat. Well, either way, he left. I was fine. My friends were alright after I told them what happened, and the police weren't called. I mean, it would have been nice if my friends cared enough to call the police, but they didn't. And anyway, that's the story. So, I hope you all enjoyed, guys, and I do understand that this wasn't 100% RuneScape related. However, I did want to sort of see what your guys' reaction would be to a story that wasn't necessarily all about RuneScape. Obviously, it was involved, so that's why I thought I'd start with this sort of story. But if you guys listened all the way to the end and you're still listening now, let me know in the comments what you think about the video, and if you'd like to hear about any other sort of videos like this that I've experienced in my life. I've got quite a lot of stories, as I used to get up to quite a lot of stupid things, and I'd love to share them with you if you'd be interested. So, anyway guys, if you did enjoy the video, make sure you like and subscribe, and as always, I'll see you in the next one. See you later guys, bye.